Good evening. This is Akashvani, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says there should be uniform law for every citizen in the country. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio holds review meetings with IT&C Department and NRE Department. Longleng District Administration says a recent outbreak of acute gastroenteritis in Pongching village not caused by fish suspected to be contaminated. And young leaders training on sustainable development goals begins in Kohima. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that there should be one law for every family member in a house. Likewise, there should be uniform law for every citizen in the country. Talking to the BJP workers in Bhopal today, Modi said the Constitution of India also talks about equal rights of the citizens. He said that opposition parties are instigating people in the country in the name of uniform civil code. He alleged that opposition parties are playing vote bank politics. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio today held review meetings with Information Technology and Communication IT&C Department and New and Renewable Energy NRE Department. In a meeting, the Chief Minister with IT&C Department, discussions were held on latest advancements, emerging trends and strategies to leverage digital technology in the state. Rio said his government remained committed to create a smart or simple, manageable, approachable, responsive and transparent government. The Chief Minister expressed happiness to note that the various steps taken by the Department of New and Renewable Energy to harness energy sustainability and reduce dependence on conventional sources. Rio said the policy of state government lies in exploring viable energy sources without compromising on the environment. Longleng District Administration said the recent outbreak of acute gastroenteritis in Pongching village was not caused by contaminated fish as suspected. Longleng Deputy Commissioner said thorough investigation and analysis conducted by the State Public Health Laboratory and the Public Health Engineering Department revealed that the outbreak was not related to fish which was suspected to be contaminated, nor fish shops in the area. As per the investigation report, the food contamination was due to unhygienic food handling and presence of E. coli and Staphylococcus aureus bacteria. Chief Medical Officer Longleng informed that presence of E. coli in cooked food is an indicator of fecal contamination and a sign of unhygienic handling of food. It said the presence of S. aureus in cooked food indicates unhygienic handling of food. The CMO's office advised the public to prevent such outbreak in the future by maintaining clean hygiene. Meanwhile, the Deputy Commissioner ordered the immediate reopening of all fish shops in Longleng Town. Young leaders training on sustainable development goals under the theme Role of Young Leaders in Localizing Sustainable Development Goals in Nagaland began today in Kohima. 95 young leaders selected from all the 16 districts in Nagaland are taking part in the event. The two-day in-house training session will train these young leaders on the current SDGs position of Nagaland and localizing the Government of Nagaland SDG Vision 2030. The training will also bring together young leaders from the state and create a platform for them to discuss and share ideas. Addressing the plenary session as guest of honor, Advisor for School Education and SCERT, Dr. Gekre Yome said, "Today the world is not only facing problems in development but in the ideas of sustainability." He said at present, when the survival of humans are globally challenged, one must bring in new and workable ideas to address local challenges. Principal Secretary Planning and Development Commissioner R. Ramakrishnan said, Nagaland is constantly making progress in achieving the SDGs. Yome, however, said there is scope for improving the performance of some of the poor-performing indicators at the district and state levels. Proposed sector-wise strategies to achieve the SDG targets. This news comes to you from Akashvani, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News On Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. In a first of its kind in the state, Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority, NSDMA, in collaboration with the Directorate of Information Technology and Communication, conducted a mock drill on IT blackout and cyber attack today at Kohima. The departments developed a scenario revolving around cyber threats and challenges to the state machineries. A 3-hour mock drill was initiated and all line departments were put into action for restoring the IT blackout due to cyber attack. Delivering a keynote address, Advisor for New and Renewable Energy and NSTMA, Z. Newte, called for coordination of all departments and expressed a need to prepare oneself to face any eventualities or disasters. During a briefing with media persons, Joint Chief Executive Officer, NSTMA Home Department, Johnny Rongmei, said such a mock drill was initiated in order to test their preparedness and capabilities to address any eventualities on cyber threats. On being asked on the state's preparedness on cyber attack, Rongmei said no nation in the world is resilient to such attacks. However, he said the state has installed various backups in case critical data are compromised. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio yesterday inspected Dimapur Airport and reviewed the status of its expansion. During the visit, the Chief Minister was briefed on detailed plan of action for expansion of the airport by the airport officials. According to an official report, Chief Minister Rio is taking serious concern for expansion of Dimapur Airport, especially in the departure and arrival section, to ensure that passengers are comfortable. Dimapur Airport Director conveyed to Chief Minister that the expansion works of state's lone airport would be completed by March 2024. Akashvani Kohima has extended the last date for submission of application form for engagement of part-time correspondents, PTCs, for Kohima, Peren, Pek and Moon districts to 3rd July. Interested candidates who meet the criteria may apply for the post in the prescribed application form only. Necessary details and prescribed application forms may be collected from the news section of Akashvani Kohima during office hours. Advisor to Chief Minister Apu Mehta and Advisor Industries and Commerce Hekani Jakalu visited the Nagaland Handloom and Handicrafts Development Corporation Limited at Dimapur and interacted with the officers yesterday. Mehta, during the interaction, told the officers that their visit was to overview the functioning of all the corporations and state missions, their performance, challenges faced, and to work out roadmaps and visions for the future. He said the present government is taking serious note on each mission, on their functioning, contributions and the problem areas. Mehta said an economy study will be conducted on how much the state is spending on each of the corporation and missions and how much revenue are being generated for the state. Advisor Industries and Commerce, Hekani Jakalu, in her short speech, assured the officers to look into problems they are facing and look forward to successfully work together for the betterment of the people. Buying and selling of pork has been restricted and prohibited in Denning Town area and adjoining villages. Additional Deputy Commissioner and Administrator, Denning Town Council, T. Lemlila Sanctum, in an order informed that the prohibition will continue till further order. The order has been issued in view of the safety measure for health of the general public in Denning area. The ADC appealed to the general public to strictly comply with the order, stating that defaulters will be penalized as per the law. The Met Department has forecast partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers today and tomorrow in the state capital, Kohima. Meanwhile, Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 24.2 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 16.6 degrees Celsius with a relative humidity of 98%. A rainfall of 30.8 millimeter was recorded, while the dew point was 22.3. And now to the news, here are main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says there should be uniform law for every citizen in the country. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio holds review meetings with IT&C Department and NRE Department. Longleng District Administration says recent outbreak of acute gastroenteritis in Pongching village was not caused by fish suspected to be contaminated. And young leaders training on sustainable development goals begins in Kohima. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.